Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy IV. Last time, I had a time, and I'm done having a time. So I'm not going to do Kain's trial. We're missing Kain's and Edge's. I did look up what you get out of well, at least this party. I don't know about the others. Edge, I genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to do with his trial. Just suffer, I guess. But the reward for it is a ring or something, an accessory that makes his steel better. I don't know. It makes it more likely to succeed. You know, the more likely than the one time this entire game that I've gotten anything out of it. Kain is a weapon. Not sure how that actually compares to the Holy Lance. Honestly, other than the Lightbringer casting Holy, it is not that much better than the Ragnarok. That is literally max attack. Roses. I don't know how you're supposed to succeed in that one. I guess just memorize which ones are real people to help and which ones aren't. But you get an accessory that changes her prayer. I forget what it changes it to, but it makes it so that it'll either cast Cura on the whole party, which is better than Prayer. Prayer is like a cure on the party. Or it'll cast Curaga and Asuna on the party. The problem is they are still treated as spells. So they will not work if she's silenced, which I think Prayer also doesn't work if she's silenced. I actually don't remember if that ever came up. But also they can be reflected, which makes them worse than Prayer. Just about everything out of this, actually everything out of this has been pretty lackluster. Even the Mist Ring I got for Rydia. Okay, Mist Dragon now does Blink, but it does a single instance of Blink. That's okay. That's not very good. Yeah, we're just going to skip this and move on. I'm just going to rush to the end, honestly. Yeah, there can't be that much left, right? I think there were 2 doors so far that I couldn't enter, which leaves 3. Unless the twins go together. They might go together, actually. Okay, so what... I don't know what we got here. A bunch of bombs. We will not be taking that. Where did I get this? I'm actually going to switch Rydia back to the Protect Ring. Yeah, the elemental resistance is even better. Now just watch, I'm going to need these. Oh, okay, we're done. This is the Village of the Moon. Oh, we got another village. That is probably the exit. Okay. These are expensive. Why is this not for... Why is this not for Cecil? Okay. Sure, upgrade for Edge. Sure. I feel like this whole place is supposed to be harder than it is. Why can Edge not use this? Why is this better than Kain's spear? It's dumb. I don't know how I feel about this being better than his final weapons, but sure. That feels gross. Do I have anything to sell? Anything worth selling? Not going to sell that, or any of these. Those are worth a lot. It's two-handed. This game, I swear. Or I guess it makes sense. It's a gigantic axe. A gigantaxe, if you will. I feel like that was supposed to be harder than it was. Another inn. So... Wow. Okay, so not those. Or anything that should actually be worth money. Cool. Sure. Feels gross getting rid of the both of those, but sure. What does the item shop have? Oh, you can actually buy Mega Elixirs now. Interesting. Why do they have these? Well, whatever. Let's move on. How much does the inn cost? A lot. Okay. God, his attacking is so slow now. But he does respectable damage. Yeah, keep using that on someone who's immune. Rainbow robe. Okay. That tells me nothing, really. And it's worse? And it is explicitly for her, and it's worse. Okay. Alright, I can tell this music. This is Sid's. So I do know from what I looked up, if you want to repeat... if you want to repeat a trial, you have to use the grimoire you got out of it. No... And then you have to come back into the dungeon. And of course, all the way back down to that trials floor. These are new. Actually, the red dragon's not. The chimera is. Sure you don't want to keep going? There have been some more unique enemies. Unique-ish. They're still just recolors, but more new enemies the further down I get. It's not just a Great Marlboro. Should be actively doing stuff with Rydia instead of just holding down the button, because that is the end game of every Final Fantasy, basically. Square really doesn't know how to do an end game really well. I know this isn't actually end game though, this is post game. Post game is even worse, honestly. I think the cave on Mount Ordeals was fine, once I realized that was actually just to get equipment so the alternate party could be useful. Like, that was fine. But this has not been fine. This has not been fun. It was okay to a point. Like, Rydia's trial was okay, it was fine. Cecil's was also kind of okay. I don't like that you have to break the vase. That's not what a... Like, why would you do that? Why would you even do that? Just ignore it. But then on top of that, you have to stand there when the no, I'm not going to fight a Feeding Dragon. When that one guard wants you to take his place, you just have to stand there and let a child get chased by a bunch of monsters. That is definitely not what a paladin would do. Like, I get what they're going for with the vase. Like, a paladin's not going to lie. Yeah, a paladin's not going to lie. A paladin's also not going to break someone's vase. And this guy, I genuinely don't understand roses. Like, how did I fail that? I don't think it's an actual timer, like a clock. I think it's a number of interactions. And I had done too many. So again, I think you just have to memorize which ones are right, which ones are not. Edges was irredeemable. Nice try, game. I am not going to fight a Fiend Dragon. Nope, not a Fiend Dragon. Although Chaos Knight is pretty annoying. I hate Tornado in every game it appears in. Oh, but they give it to you too, but it's worthless. Anything you would want to use it on, it is immune. And anything you can use it on, you don't need to use it on. I think that's an exit. Thing up here, yes. What? I just bought these! I also don't think he can get any stronger. It's 255 is the max. It was the max on the Super Nintendo for a reason. There's no reason it's still the max. I think I'm just going to run away from the Chaos Knights as well. Alright, another float floor. I'll actually still look for treasure. We haven't actually found new equipment going through here. That's not new equipment, but Mega Elixir's still nice. A new Malboro. Good, he counters with that. And the ribbon does not make you immune to sap. Interesting. Actually, it's very stupid. Okay, so they can still counter while paralyzed. That's even dumber. Okay, this is for the twins. Ah, sure. I got a bunch of free cottages. Let's use one. So I'm pretty sure I found a door for Yang. I don't know who the other one early on was for. So we gotta be getting close to the end. Young man, listen up. I think you need to get your eyes checked, old man. You must not fight the dragon on this floor. If you spot him, you must run. So many have met their end. Okay. Avoid the dragon. Excuse me? Is this like a legitimate, unwinnable fight? Or are we just trying to avoid it? I mean, we are just trying to avoid it. Okay, boss defeated. Not for you. Okay, if I had to guess, that's probably for Yang. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. A regular beam is annoying enough. What's this? My magic isn't working at all. Oh my god, what? Why? Why do gimmicks? I'm already just holding down the X button. We can't do this on our own. We should have brought a warrior with us. So they'd have had a floor like this with all the slime enemies. Like, we should have brought a mage. Yeah, I'm kind of set for whatever I need. The in-game party is set for whatever you need. No. Nothing there. I am also not going to fight a new version of the Death Mask. No. one of the worst enemies in the lunar subterranean, yeah, I'll pass. I'm also tired of them thinking that those kind of items are actually useful. If I didn't have a limited inventory, yeah, I would hang on to them and maybe actually use them. It's not like they're completely worthless, but I just don't have the inventory space for them. Well, I'm not broke yet. I should have known. Oh? Who gets this one? Honestly, Edge. He does a lot of damage now. I know I skipped Kain's final weapon, but I don't think that would help with the difference in attack. So where does he exit here? Oh my god, encounter rate. Okay, this is looking like a final setup. Yeah, oh yeah, this is definitely a final setup. Okay. I also did kind of spoil something for myself with this super boss. I already have within me the ability to make him a joke. Let's go ahead and use one of these. I don't think I've shown off how this works. Exactly like you might expect. Why do I have an extra protect ring? Who did I take this off of? You know what? This Stardust is also pretty disappointing. Did I take that off of? Oh, right. Right, that's right. I didn't, I'd reset after doing that. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Who's there? This is my world. Who dares to step into it? Who? I am complete darkness. I am Zeromus, but at the same time, I am not. I am Zeromus EG? I don't know what that stands for. It's been a while since I've seen humans. Don't fail to amuse me. Okay, slow him. Yeah, good effort. I think I want LD. So now he's a joke. Oh, Lunar Ashura attacks. Let's try Lunar Odin as well. Might as well use him. Why? Yeah, I expected as much. Just do nothing to him. I don't know that this is going to be like a throwaway fight, though. You know what? Try to steal. Okay. Well, at least he didn't get caught, I guess. Yeah, so, I don't know what all the lunar summons do, but I did see that Lunar Dragon turns him into a toad. So this is just a... I guess it's going to be a throwaway fight, unless he can somehow cure himself? Oh my god, Cecil. And I put away the Ragnarok, so I can't switch back to it. Holy... Oh, okay. So Cecil can't attack. Cool. This game. So I guess if he stops flashing green, I can actually attack with Cecil again. Feast yourself. Okay, so no, it does not last. Alright. I didn't think it would be that easy, but if I don't win this fight, that's fine. Yeah, I get to show it off, I suppose. This is the end. I will finally be done with Final Fantasy IV after this. I don't know when I'm going to do Interlude. I have said before that I have plans after this, at least immediately after this. I don't know if I should do Interlude before those plans. So glad I hasted Cecil so he can defend faster. This might kill me. No, not as bad as I expected. Actually, only Rydia was bad off, huh? Oh, it just didn't work, okay. Alright, cool. It's still great how they keep making bosses that just completely negate a character. At least it's not Rydia this time. Okay, he's no longer got reflect up. I think that's Cecil. What? Okay, okay. Yeah, that didn't heal him too much, sure. Now he's going to counter with Reflect, so Cecil will be back to doing nothing. No, he's just healing himself, so maybe he's getting low? I don't think I needed the toad, but I guess I gotta show it off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't think this was actually that hard of a fight. The Reflect was the biggest problem, because I couldn't attack with Cecil for a while. Not that it would happen every time, but if it did, it's just death to one person. You've defeated me. I was unaware of the existence of those strong enough to do so. Now is the time to take a short sleep. I must rest. Farewell. Now the question is, does he come back when you come back in here? Not that I'm going to check. So apart from the trials, that wasn't too bad of a dungeon. But the trials were pretty terrible. Let's go ahead and take a nap. So, in theory, I could go back in there and repeat all the trials because I used all the grimoires. Pretty disappointed in Lunar Ashura. That was an awful boss fight, and the summon was terrible. So she does her effects on the enemies? Why not have just whole new effects? That's stupid. Whatever. Anyways, we did it. Hooray. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to actually get to Interlude / After Years. I have at least one game, maybe more. I think I'm going to need a break from this. Edge's trial in particular really broke me. That was awful. But yeah, I'm going to need a bit of a break, so you might see a few games before we get to After Years. But I intend to get to it. We spent not quite 30 hours on this, and based on how long to beat, After Years is like a solid 40-ish hours, casually. Don't know if I'm ready for that. But anyways, we're finally done with this. Finally. Yeah. The be something new next time. But that's it for this game. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around for the next thing, and thanks for watching.